that the Pelicans continue their winning ways now, 18-9 in their last 27 games. And it's amazing to say 12-4 on the road in their last 16 road games. They are road warriors.
Well, the New Orleans Pelicans get the win 115-101, and they're keeping an eye on the scoreboard. Portland Trail Blazers in action against the Detroit Pistons, down by 3, because it seems as if New Orleans can continue to move up the ranks in the Western Conference standings since they've got Zion. They've been rolling a bit recently, getting this victory against the Golden State Warriors. Sharing is caring, man. 34 assists, Stan.
Yeah, look, I mean, Alvin Gentry's teams have always been good offensively, and they've always shared the ball. They've always played with great pace, and we continue to see that. But now with Zion, they've got another weapon. I mean, they've got an all-star in Brandon Ingram on the perimeter, and they've got a guy who's already proven to be one of the great finishers inside. And look, here's the thing. Even if they don't end up making the playoffs, for teams like them in Memphis with young players, Rex, to play in meaningful games in March and April is huge for their development.
Absolutely. And you mentioned this, Zion, this is his first big road trip like this. He's never had it before. It's all a learning process for these.
That's what we're talking about. The Portland Trail Blazers, again, they're in action against the Pistons right now. But as it stands in this moment in time, the Pelicans are 9th in the Western Conference, 3.5 games behind the Memphis Grizzlies. Stan, you're a believer. You're a believer in New Orleans.
Well, I am. I mean, I think the team's good since Zion's come back. They're the 5th best offense in the league and actually have been 11th defensively going into today. If they can continue to defend, they took a step back on that end of the floor in the first half today. But if they defend, they've got a chance. And the thing we don't have up there on the board, the Memphis Grizzlies have the toughest schedule in the league the rest of the way. The New Orleans Pelicans, the easiest schedule in the league the rest of the way.
Pelicans also own the tiebreaker in their season series over the Blazers. So if they somehow end up with the same exact record at the end of the year, they're ahead 2-1. So therefore, they would get that spot. So that's really interesting in itself. Drew Holiday, 15 assists. He's the guy that, as all these parts have moved and shifted, he's remained constant and steady, and it seems as if that presence is really helping him out.
Yeah, he's just so solid. There's not a team in the league that wouldn't love to have Drew Holiday on their team. He's proven that he can play both guard positions, and this is a perfect role for him. All these guys, he was used to playing in a crowd. Brandon Ingram was used to playing in a crowd. They have Zion now, and now the floor's a little bit more open.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Holiday, look, had a very bad first half, didn't do much of anything, understood how important this game was, and didn't leave it to chance and didn't leave it to the young guys. He's been through these things before. He took over in the second half and made sure they did what they needed to do to get this win today.
I wonder what Alvin Gentry said at the half, because they were down by 10 and they came out as a team on a mission in the second half. Maybe Drew Holiday will enlighten us on that.
Trailed by 10 at the half, but this team found a whole nother gear in the second half. What changed?
Honestly, just that. We knew we didn't come out with the energy that we needed. We kind of got reamed out in the locker room, which I feel like we kind of hold ourselves accountable even before Coach came in. But we knew what the issue was, and that was just playing hard.
Did somebody in particular say something that made a difference?
Yeah, it was a rook. It was Zion. Zion was down there in the first half battling his ass off, battling his butt off, and everything he was doing in the paint, outside, trying to rebound, he just showed effort and he showed fight. So it started with the rook.
Well, he was fantastic, as were you. Your decision-making, the assist, the ball started moving second half. Did you take a different mental approach personally?
Yeah, just to be aggressive. I think I came out in the first half a little bit too passive, especially when you can read the floor and see how people are playing. But I just came out aggressive. I felt like they needed me to score and get into the paint and make plays.
And you did, that's for sure. And hey, Nico Melli made a lot of plays as well. He was on fire with that deep ball tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like all I have to do is penetrate and look for him. We have so many great shooters on this team, but the way Nico can shoot, I'm not sure if people know the scouting report. Do not leave him open. So just doing a good job of spacing, being in my line of vision, and getting wide open shots.
It's okay with me if they don't know. We can keep it.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, see you later.
Joel.
Thank you.
Melly was 6 for 6 from three-point range. How about the Pistons pulling away from the Blazers right now in the second half? There's Brandon Knight to John Henson. 8-point lead for the Pistons in Portland.